It's showtime.
BSnBEER Media in association with STWF TV, the podcasting network. We present to you the Frenemies Fantasy Football Podcast.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome into the show, the Frenemies Fantasy Football Podcast. I am Dale. With me, as usual, my frenemy Tim. What's up, man?
What's up, buddy? How you doing today, Dale?
I'm all right, man.
Yeah,
you got your new little setup going on there. You doing big things. Tell me more about your computer here, Tim.
What? No. Then I gotta talk about how much I spent on it. All right.
No. Just give me the basics.
Oh, dude. I don't know. I decided to make another gaming computer. It's like my old computer was like 6 or 7 years old, not able to run Windows 11 on it and all that jazz. So anyway, I got it set up, all the hardware stuff on it, done about a week ago, and then yesterday I started putting all the software stuff on it, which is always a daily chore. Doesn't seem to matter how long in the past you did this and how long in the future you're going to do this. It's a day job. It's like a whole day to set up your computer.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And then I think it's like a week because because like you'll find out later on, oh, I don't have this driver installed, or I need to get this now installed, and you just try to figure out things as you go along.
Yeah, dude, I ran into some things and I was like, oh crap, I forgot this, I forgot that. But I got my other computer on the back burner over here. It's still chilling. I got to get some files off of it. But yeah, dude, it'd be good. It'd be good. And
Gotcha.
What was our buddy Vic over here saying I should make you a turkey deal? You heard that?
So you're supposed to be baking a turkey right now, man.
Yeah, I should be throwing a turkey in
Thanksgiving.
Every Thanksgiving, Chris. Vic.
Chris, yes, sir. Yeah, I'm gonna be out there smoking some ribs and some chuck roast a little bit later. That's what I'm doing. It's the poor man's brisket.
Yeah,
right.
That's okay. That's all right.
Much cheaper.
I got a brisket in my deep freeze right now. I was
okay.
Pull it out. After Thanksgiving, I'm gonna pull it out, and but I got it $3.50 a pound, man. They're on sale.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
that's pretty sweet.
Can't beat that.
It was like 4 or something, almost 5 a pound when I just looked at Sam. So yeah, it's pretty good.
Came up. Start getting up that price. I'm done.
Yep. All right. Let me get your opinion.
Oh.
Saquon Barkley for MVP.
Oh, dude.
Hell, he could be the fantasy MVP too, right?
Yeah. He's looking like the fantasy MVP. And I just traded him away last year to Chris for Mahomes. So
yeah,
it's looking like Chris fleeced me. I know you're all up in arms about that trade, but Chris probably fleeced me on that trade. So,
well, nobody predicted this Pat Mahomes kind of nosedive.
Yeah, yeah.
But whatever, bro. Yeah, man. Like this year, the freaking MVP does not need to go to a freaking quarterback. I know the NFL loves to give the award to quarterbacks. It's the most precious quarterback award, but it's the most valuable player award, and it's time that another position wins it. I think like the last MVP was like Adrian Peterson at running back in the NFL.
Yeah, so that's true.
It's Barkley jumping over people backwards. He's got the highlights. He's got the support for the fantasy community. Let's make it happen, NFL. He's the MVP.
They were saying too, though, that it's mostly also because there's a lot of quarterbacks not doing too well right now. Like which quarterback is the other MVP candidate? Lamar?
Josh
Lamar's had it.
Allen, probably. Josh Allen, probably the
Josh.
favorite quarterback.
Yeah. But Lamar's already had it 2 years, right? 2 years in a row.
Right.
So who would want to put him as 3?
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's my only thought is Josh Allen. As much as I hate it, that's probably who's going to win. If I'm betting, I can bet you he's the favorite right now.
gotcha.
Bet you that. So that would make sense. But yeah, we need to change things up, man. This is the year to make it happen. All right.
It's got to be somebody other than a quarterback.
Yeah, somebody other than quarterback, man.
Yeah. So. I can't disagree. I like it. I like the.
Mm-hmm. All right, then let's get into some injury talk. Let's talk some injuries because people got hurt. And now we got to bring out ye old ambulance.
Yeah.
All right. I forgot to go back and make this a little bit bigger, but because there's a ton of people on the list this week, a ton of people. Gardner Minshew, the quarterback for Vegas, collarbone, he's out. Aiden O'Connell will start at quarterback for Vegas. So I did get the word just a few minutes ago. Wide receiver Romeo Doubs for the Green Bay Packers dealing with that concussion, still in concussion protocol, and he will be out as well for this upcoming game this week. So Washington dealing with a bunch of issues at running back. Austin Eckler and Brian Robinson Jr. went down with injuries. I don't believe they're going to play this week, so I'm pretty sure we'll get into more running backs in the waiver wire section there, Tim.
Yeah.
But we got a bunch of guys like kind of just popping up a little bit on the reports. A guy like Tyreek Hill popping up with a wrist injury. We don't really know what's going to happen with that because he's been declared like did not practice and stuff. Brees Hall just popped up on the injury report with a knee injury. So we got to see what's going on with that. David Montgomery, shoulder injury. I believe he will play for Detroit. So that was a big one, and it's a quick turnaround there for those guys because they play on Thursday. Dallas as well having a quick turnaround with CeeDee Lamb dealing with the back and foot injury. Kind of keep an eye out on that one. Cooper Rush as well dealing with that knee injury. I do believe he's going to play though, but still something to keep an eye on with these short turnarounds, man. So anybody else trying to kind of jump off the page to you, Tim?
No, there's a lot of injuries though. That's what it seems like. These are big names in here, right?
Yeah.
This is why you listen to the waiver wire show, so you get the guy that you're going to pick up.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly, man. Lot of opportunity there for people to sub in, stuff like that. Let's flip over to the defensive side on the injuries. A few less kind of determined, injuries out there because most of the people hadn't started practicing yet. So we do have Carlton Davis dealing with the groin injury. Trayvon Diggs dealing with the groin injury, and Carlton Davis dealing with a knee injury, and as well as Calais Campbell dealing with the knee injury. These are all going to be quick turnarounds for games, so keep an eye on those guys and their practice participation for this week. Let's talk about some guys coming back, Tim. Straight running out the hospital. That's right.
Yeah, buddy.
All those nurses waving goodbye to this guy.
It's all the white chicks Dale's looking at.
All right.
Yeah.
Designated to return from IR, Brandon Cooks. I'm hearing he can possibly play on Thursday. So that would be a boost to Dallas's offense and can help out old Cooper Rush there. I did see that Trevor Lawrence is back at practice for Jacksonville as well. That should be a welcome return for guys who own Brian Thomas Jr. So maybe you can start getting back those points that you've been missing since he's been out. Isaiah Pacheco is a welcome sight. I'm hearing that he's going to practice. He's practicing and not practicing because they're not really practicing, but he will play on Friday. This is the Black Friday game here, Kansas City. And we also got Juju Smith-Schuster back practicing. That should help out a lot with Kansas City's passing game. And I already told you about Aiden O'Connell going to start on week 13, and Brock Purdy returned to practice after missing 1 week. They desperately needed him back. So we'll see if San Francisco can rebound, because they're in a tight division. Everybody like within one game of each other in the NFC West. So we'll see if these guys can put up a fight. Put up a bit of a fight there, Tim. So that's about all we got for the injuries there, Tim. We are definitely going to look at the beer flight next. Let's go ahead and let's take off, Tim.
Let's take a beer flight.
That's right. The beer flight.
Yeah, buddy.
Now, offensive pickups. Let's see who we've got featured here first. Okay, there we go. Got it. Quarterback Russell Wilson. For the Pittsburgh Steelers. He's always been about that deep ball, Tim. Always been about the deep ball. He's coming off a bit of a long rest, right?
He just keeps popping up week after week. He keeps popping up on this list, man.
Mm-hmm.
If you're going to be streaming, he's going to be in and out of the list forever now. It seems like. So he's just in that zone where nobody wants to keep him, but yet nobody wants to have him either. They don't want to have him as a starter, and they don't want to keep him all the time. So he's going to be up and down. Geno is on the top of our list this week, but Russell Wilson is probably the most available in those different leagues because he's 44%. Let's see who we end up choosing. So he's been struggling. What's been hurting him the most is he's been struggling with end zone completions in the red zone over there. Very little completions here in the red zone. But the Bengals this week, the Bengals are allowing the fourth most fantasy points to quarterbacks.
Okay.
So this is the kind of thing that you do if you're streaming a quarterback. Then you want to get these kind of matchups.
Yeah, for sure. I've noticed that from Russell Wilson kind of since he got deep into his Seattle career. It was just hold the ball. You're looking for big plays, throwing the moon ball, but never really throwing the ball across the middle very often.
Yeah.
The little small passes, the little check downs and stuff like that. And he just don't take them. And when you get into the red zone, man, like this is kind of your bread and butter, those little short passes, and guys kind of find their way into the end zone. Don't get me wrong, you can throw some jump balls and the pylon and all that kind of stuff too. But I've seen so many times guys make their way to the end zone, and that's the way it's being done. So when you're not taking out that short stuff, man, you don't have any opportunity for that to happen.
I don't think the Steelers have anybody who's really a jump ball wide receiver. Who you got?
No. Mike Williams and Pickett is I mean, they're two guys that win contested catches. That's how they got down there off of a big long jump ball.
Yeah.
For the most
Well,
part.
Pickens is, yes.
Yeah.
Mike Williams is number 4 wide receiver there, though. So Von Jefferson's 2 and Calvin Austin's number 3. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I agree.
Caleb Williams kind of came alive this past week. He's been, looking kind of troubled a bit with the past few weeks and Chicago losing all these games. But the offense showed up this past game. They still didn't win, but they looked a lot better. And they got a new play caller for sure. I think that helped a lot. And the difference in the play calling, we'll see if that can continue further on into the season, so that way he can continue to improve as a quarterback, man.
Well, you expected more out of Caleb Williams. We all have, I think, from the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, hell yeah.
We're not getting the all-star stellar season we thought we were going to get, and you might not get that career out of him. It might not be that. He might not be that guy.
True. True. Look, NFL is a different game, man. It's weird, but it sometimes stuff just don't translate to the NFL, which is weird. So, look at the running back pickups here, Tim. We talked about Austin Eckler being injured. We talked about Byron Robinson Jr. being injured as well. So next, here comes Jeremy McNichols. Yeah,
that's where we want to. This is the kind of pickup we want to have. All right, so we got Jeremy McNichols this week. He's going to be almost rostered in 0 leagues because he's 0% roster right there, but he's already had a pretty good season. He had 3 top 32 finishes. He is going to be touchdown dependent this coming week and the next weeks as far as Brian Robinson and Austin Eckler are gone. But he's been he's third most rush yards in the league. The Commanders have third most rush yards in the league, and it should be a good lower end flex start. So we'll see. Yeah, man. Yeah, we need this is by far the number one guy. If you need a running back in week this week and maybe next, this is going to be your guy. And I can't stress that part enough. That right before the playoffs, any of those teams struggling right there on the line, this is the guy you need to grab up for the next couple of weeks. Now he's probably going to be sitting the bench once week 3 weeks from now, maybe 4 weeks. So don't plan on him in the playoffs.
This window.
Yeah, we got a 2-week window right here. This is a rental. This is a rental.
Yes.
So that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing, man.
Oh, speaking of windows, last week I went and picked up Amir Abdullah.
How'd that go?
He actually scored a touchdown this past week. Got about 15 points in the BSnBEER league, if I'm not mistaken. So that was a good pickup there, man. Now he didn't have amazing numbers.
Yeah,
he just happened to get that touchdown. And
well, that 15 points on those kind of guys, that's a prayer. You're lucky. I did see that you picked up Jeremy McNichols about an hour before the show started. So
absolutely.
I was like, man, Dell just looked at my list. I was like, yeah, he did.
I didn't, but I should have.
You should have. You should have. Yeah.
I should have. Absolutely, I should have.
Don't forget Dale's face. That's what he looks like when he's lying. All right. I know it.
I definitely should have. Yes.
Yeah.
Look, wide receivers, Tim. This next one, Nick Westbrook-Akine. This dude scored a touchdown on me last week. All right. I played the number 1 scoring team in the league again last week in a Little Rock league.
You did that. You did that last week too.
Yeah, like 2 weeks in a row. Yeah,
that's great.
Yeah, that's what happens to me. That's what happens. But yes, I'm looking at his wide receivers before then, and I'm like, all right, there's no way Westbrook Akine gonna catch another touchdown. But yes,
He
yes,
did.
he did. Yes,
Oh.
he did catch another touchdown. Finding the end zone in 6 of his last 7. Okay, this is the equivalent of not being due. Okay.
Overdue?
Yes.
Oh.
He is not due at all. He's had too many already.
Oh,
all right.
No, this
guy needs to go buy a lottery ticket. That's what he needs to do.
The milk is still fresh and it's past the Best Buy date. That's what that is right there. When you open the milk up and you sniff that milk just a little bit. Oh shit, this is still good. Or you kind of smell it and it's got that little bit of smell, and you're like,
yeah,
I can drink that.
Yeah, it'll be all right.
I can still drink that.
But yeah, man, like as a late season pickup, I've gambled on guys like Cedric Tillman and stuff like that. And you know, it's been like a week they'll pop, but Westbrook Akine has been hitting, like he's starting to forget it now. Territory. Well, that's where he is.
Well, that's because they traded Hopkins away. Yeah. They trade Hopkins away. All of a sudden, those targets are vacated. Somebody's got to pick him up. He's been playing 93% of the snaps since they traded Hopkins away. He's been averaging 11.3 fantasy points. So sometimes, to be on the Hopkins side of that, there's that ripple reflection that happens, and the other guy that leaves is still on the team like Hopkins left, and the guy that's now benefiting is NWI. So, sometimes that happens. It makes that good for both people.
All right. Well, one person on here I want to talk about is Marquez Valdez-Scantling, the hottest wide receiver before the bye week. All right, from the New Orleans Saints. All right. He has caught a touchdown in each of his games that he's played with the Saints.
Okay.
So if we're going by Westbrook Akine math, he is due again, and he will score another touchdown this week, Tim.
You think so? Are you doing it?
This is Westbrook Akine math. Yeah.
They both got difficult to say hyphenated last names. That's what it is.
That's what it is.
Right? Yeah. So.
Yeah. Look, he's gonna be the safe number one guy. So he's got a better chance than anybody else on the Saints, I think. As far as receivers are concerned.
For our show, I typically don't recommend a lot of Saints players because I'm just assuming that we've got a big Saints crowd listening here, and you guys don't want to all hear the exact same Saints advice because most of the Saints players are probably going to be gone in your fantasy leagues. So I try to give you pieces outside of the Saints, even when there's like a guy that's probably better, like Taysom this week is better at tight end, but we got a different tight end coming up. So.
Okay. Well, let's talk about tight end here, Tim. Even though Taysom is on the top of the list here. The featured guy is going to be Noah Gray. Talk to me about Noah Gray.
Yeah, so he's emerging as the Chiefs' backup for Kelsey, of course. He got into the end zone 4 times in the last 2 games. That's pretty good. It's pretty awesome. He's becoming a valuable red zone target. He got 3 targets inside of 20 over his last 2 games. So 3 each game in the red zone. And this is the kind of thing that we're looking for as a streaming tight end is if we can get 5 to 8 points, like that's an excellent streaming tight end. We say that all the time, right, Jim? Just give me that.
Yep.
Give me 50 yards or a touchdown tight end.
Hey. Score more points than I do, please.
Yeah. And Las Vegas has allowed 23.8 points to tight ends in the last 3 of their 4 games. So this is, this is probably going to be the most interesting pickup for the week, a tight end.
Yeah. I like it, Tim. I've been kind of looking at him it kind of thinking about the future, like, for dynasty purposes. I mean,
Mhm.
do you think he becomes the next in line for Kelsey's position?
Look, well, that's first off, we got to assume that Kelsey's going to retire.
Look,
All right.
he's slowing down,
But
Tim.
he
It's
is
happening at some
he,
point.
he's slowing down. But the flip side too is somebody might pull Noah Gray to go somewhere else. His contract might be
Yeah,
up here soon.
absolutely. Yeah,
So
it's possible.
so you end up grabbing Noah Gray thinking he's going to be a Kelsey-like piece, but then all of a sudden he's not, because he left and went to a different team and ends up being another guy. So it's a big question mark, man. And also, this time right now is what we're gonna see where KC is. Is it going to be a tight end that takes over, or is it going to be a wide receiver that takes over?
That's true too. Yeah, we're just assuming it's going to be a tight end since that's how the offense has been working. But yeah, we could get like AJ Brown in this sucker, and it's totally different then.
They could come back. It could be Hopkins, Rice, and Worthy.
Yeah.
I mean, they have three viable options right there, and Holmes for sure holds up two number ones. He did Tyreek Hill in the past and Kelsey, so there's probably going to be two top tier targets, but there might end up being two wide receivers.
Yeah. All right, let's talk about some defensive pickups here, Tim. The team defense, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, 64% rostered, going up against the Carolina Panthers, the winning Carolina Panthers, Tim. What's this disrespect to the Panthers?
Oh man, they won something.
What's the disrespect here, Tim? Talk to me.
Well, we've been picking on them most of the season, man. But Panthers offense have been making fewer mistakes than they did earlier in the season. But it's still a favorable matchup for Tampa Bay's defense. The secondary is Tampa Bay's weakest point, but it shouldn't be much of a problem going against Carolina. So we'll see, man. We'll see.
This ain't the week 1 Carolina Panthers who got stumped by the Saints, though, bro. Like, this is a different Panthers.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see who's starting this week. Bryce Young? I think Bryce
Young is starting again.
Yeah.
The kid's not looking like a bust.
Not for the moment.
Hey, this is all you can ask for as a Carolina Panther fan, right? Like, if the kid's not a bust, that means, hey, we can improve.
Look, if you're not a bust, people never talk about you being a bust. And we've been talking about him being a bust this season when Dalton replaced him. And so it could still be happening. But, I'm not holding anything to the fire with Bryce Young. So.
Okay. Tim is not a Bryce Young believer. Mark it down.
Let me.
Bryce Young sucks.
I opened up the defensive strength of schedule here, and Tampa Bay has got the third best. Tampa Bay's got the third best schedule for team defense. So going, this week, next week, Las Vegas, and then all the way through the playoffs, they got the third best schedule. So this is a team that you might be picking up and be able to ride this coattail all the way through.
Okay.
Week one of the playoffs, they have not a great matchup, but the Chargers there, but it's still pretty good. The rest of their schedule is great for the playoffs, so you should be highly interested in the Tampa Bay defense.
Okay, there you go. If that doesn't work out because Bryce Young goes off, we'll be right back here next week, and you can tell Tim all about it.
Look, I know if there was anybody out there that was calling me out on some of my suggestions here, you would definitely be posting all their comments up here. All right, there's no Tim hate comments that are going to come out and are not going to pop up. So I'm ready. I'm ready, buddy. Yeah,
That's right.
This is the guy. This kind of guy Dale is though. He's definitely like, I'll hold your beer while you do that, Tim. Yeah. I'll hold your beer. Yeah, go do that. That's the kind of buddy Dale is. So yeah.
Well, look,
Yeah.
I could put it on the ground for you if that's what you want. Like, all right, let's talk about the IDP players. On the defensive line, Chop Robinson from Miami led the NFL in pass rush win rate and in 2 weeks. So he's sacked. He's got a sack in the last 3 of 4 contests. He's coming off the best game of the season, where he registered 2, 1.5, and 2 passes deflected. Like that's pretty money right there, man. That's a lot of money right there on the defensive line. Does it say how many? Well, don't get the roster percentage, huh? Okay,
Nah.
I'm just curious about the roster percentage with him. Another one on this list that was interesting to me was Kayvon Thibodeau. That's somebody I drafted a couple of years ago or something like that. I ended up letting him go because of injuries, and he still continued that same kind of pattern. But he can get hot and start putting up some sacks there. So that's another little part there.
He was almost going to be. He was about to be my guy.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
But Chop Robinson, he's been looking pretty good, and he's got a pretty good for Dynasty. If you're doing IDP in Dynasty, he's got a pretty good chance to make it out in Dynasty. So this is his rookie season, Chop Robinson. So he's a rookie and being a pretty good pass rusher. That's good stats. He had 2 solo tackles, 2 assisted tackles, and a sack and a half. And I'm assuming what's that, 22 points ish right there. And that's great money for
double digits, especially on a defensive line like that. Woo!
Yeah,
great.
Yeah, amazing. But Kyle Thibodeau was on the list. So
yeah, that's how I lost my matchup this previous week. The person I was going against had like 28 points for one defensive end, 23 points for the other one.
That's hard. That's hard to come back from those.
But terrible.
But it's beautiful when it's on your side.
Yeah.
You're like, look, I just got 50 points. I got 50 points off it. Yeah, I knew what I was doing.
in my defense.
I told everybody on the show to pick up Kayvon Thibodeau. Whatever. Yeah.
That's right. All right. Linebacker. Man.
Miami.
I tell you what, on this list, I know he's not the featured guy, but Cody Barton has been making plays like every freaking year. I mean, every freaking week.
Dude, yeah.
I was sitting there watching that Denver game, and like he just fell into a sack or something like that. I'm like, damn it, bro. He just fall into a sack like that, right?
The lists are still the list, top to bottom. This is the best guy to get. But some of these are, I don't have roster percentages for IDP guys.
Yeah.
All the sites and stuff, they don't have it. It's hard to find any sites that have IDP stuff on them. There's there's probably 4 total, and grabbing all their information, putting it together, and I pick out one guy I like the most. So, but Dodson's still the number 1 guy, and Cody Barton is up there too. So right now McDuffie's looking good because the rookie Edron Cooper, he's sidelined with a hamstring injury. We know those are lingering, always bouncing off and back and forth. So, but he went up to 84% snap share, and Dolphins offense has been slightly above average matchup for linebackers this week, and that was the big kicker. If you're going to stream a linebacker, if you need a linebacker for a week or two, McDuffie's going to be probably your best bet. So
That makes sense. That makes sense, man.
yeah, here's one of your favorite teams coming up.
One of my favorite teams.
A guy from one of your favorite teams. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Defensive back, Jonathan Owens, safety from Chicago, also known as Mr. Simone Biles.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what it is, bro. You married to the GOAT. You are Mr. Simone Biles. I mean, you know what it is.
You know she's like 4'11", 4'10" or something.
She's tiny, bro.
Dude.
I watched it was on Hard Knocks. I watched him compete against her in a rope climbing contest.
Oh no, she'll kick your butt.
Yeah. It wasn't close, bro.
Oh, I know. No doubt.
It wasn't close, bro.
I wonder when she grabs him, does she pick him up or put him down? Because he's way taller than her. She grabs him up like that.
Uh-huh.
You know, she don't pick him up because she's only 4'11", right?
Uh-huh.
She can't throw him on the counter, but what is she? Maybe the nightstand. She puts him on top of the nightstand.
Yeah, that's a nice little viral video kind of going on for couples where the women just kind of get up behind the guy and picks him up and puts him on the counter to like kiss him.
Oh, really? Oh, dude. What videos you watching, Dale? What are you into? Where's Patty at?
It's on Facebook or Instagram or whatever, but it's literally wives coming up behind their husband, picking their husband up, putting him on the counter and like kissing him and stuff.
Oh yeah. No.
Like they're a woman.
No, I ain't we ain't doing this. You know, I'll pick you. You gonna pick me. You gonna try to pick me up. I'll pick you up. Throw you over here. You know.
Some husbands were like, oh, like that,
dude.
Some are like, hold on.
No.
You can't be doing this.
We ain't playing this game, girl. You know.
That's right, man. All right. So yeah, Jonathan Owens. We got Jaquan Brisker placed on injured reserve, and Elijah Hicks is inactive due to an injury. So Owens got the start, posted like 8 tackles, 4 of them solo. He forced a fumble, and he got a recovery. You know, so like this is good money here, man. Let's snatch up Jonathan Owens if he's available, man. And he's going up against the Lions this week, so he can probably start again. So yeah, Jonathan Owens. So
all right,
good pickup to me, man.
Yeah,
good pickup. So all right, man, and that has been the beer flight for this week. So really good stuff there, Tim. So sweet. Now it is time to pick some games, Tim. That's what the people are here for, to pick the games. You know what? Let's hit it. Let's hit it right now.
And now let's look at this week's matchup.
All right. We're gonna be picking some games. We're gonna be looking at our pick 'em here in a second. Let's see what Jonathan has to say here. He needs to start 2 between McConkey, McLaurin, Ridley, Jennings. This is full PPR. Also, would you start Taysom Hill over McBride? Oh, dude. He's got nothing but problems. Good problems. But problems. I feel you. Yeah, I would have a hard time starting Taysom Hill over McBride. McBride, he's also due for a touchdown still. I do remember we made a bet about that.
yeah, it's written down right here on the sticky. All right, look, my kindergarten handwriting scratch. You see
There we go.
Yeah, all right. Do you know what that means?
Yeah, McBride still hadn't come through with that one. But getting so many targets, like he's like the number one receiver out there in Arizona. I can't sit him. Do you not have like a flex place to put Taysom?
A flex. Yeah, maybe. If you're short a running back, that would be great. Well, right now I got let's see, I got Terry McLaurin, and just giving you the first to last or whatever. I got Terry McLaurin and McConkey. Calvin Ridley is about a point to a point and a half behind those two. But Jawan Jennings is we shouldn't have Jawan Jennings in there.
Okay,
If that's your two. Let me do this Trey McBride. Trey McBride, Taysom Hill.
Yeah, I'm definitely going McBride over Taysom.
Yeah, me too. I got McBride 3 points over Taysom. So
I'm probably going McConkey and McLaurin, the Irish brothers.
Jack. All right. I don't think they're Irish though, Dave. I don't know if you know anything about Irish people.
Scottish. I'm sorry.
Scottish. I don't think they're Scottish either. Yeah, I'm assuming that they're not. All right.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what I would do at wide receiver, and that's what I would do at tight end. So yeah, but good problems to have, bro. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Really, really good problems to have. All right. Let me pull up the pick 'em here. And so we can take a quick peek at the current standings.
You might want to get your league to change to 3 wide receiver sets instead of 2, by the way.
Yes. Change the rules.
Three. Well, next year. It's the next year thing. But 3 wide receivers just evens out the whole running back / wide receiver scenario. Sometimes a team gets 2 or 3 good running backs and they just run amok all over other teams in the leagues that have just 2 wide receivers. So I'm glad you're full PPR though, but that 3rd wide receiver would change up team dynamic quite a bit.
Yep. All right. At the top of the leaderboard, who dat 603, followed by Boo Bear Wins, Casey's Clowns, and Crime the Curtain. Let's go further down. Number 8, top of the bleachers with 83 correct. Let's see, number 9, that's Coach Lee, Barbecue Care Package, also tied with 83. I am tied at the 10th position there with Ham, 81 correct. Followed by Jake at 79. I'm still scrolling. I'm getting a cramp in my hand trying to find you.
Yeah.
My goodness. Number 23, all the way down there, 67 correct.
I'm pretty sure that I forgot to even do it last week. All right. I don't think my scores moved from last week to this week. So here we are.
Terrible, Tim.
Yeah, I don't care about Pick'em. I just don't care enough. Maybe, I need to just find a site I can pull some data from.
Me, that's all it is.
I'm gonna start pulling data. Once I pull data on something like where it's over, I'm done. I'm winning now.
All right, man, let's put some games here. And actually, let me put my picks in right now before I forget and be like Tim. Don't be like Tim, y'all. Put in your picks.
I've yet to sign in on this computer. So I seriously setting it up to late, all the way to late last night, and then most of the day today. So
yeah, especially today, you should probably put your picks in because you got games on Thursday and Friday and Sunday. So if you forget, you're gonna forget a lot of points.
Yeah, set your fantasy lineups.
Yeah, definitely. Set your lineups.
Something we failed to remind everybody about, but put your whatever position you have in your flex, make it the latest game.
Absolutely. That way you got more flexibility in case of injuries. You can mix and match people You could find a freaking fullback or something like that and throw him in there.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
you just never know what you might need to do in desperate situations, bro.
You just know, honestly. But yeah, dude, it should be a Monday night game, Sunday night, Sunday afternoon game. Definitely this week.
Yes. Yes. So, all right, let's talk about the first game. Miami at Green Bay. Green Bay is a 3-point favorite. The total for the game is 48 points. Look at some of the prop bets. We've got Jordan Love. His prop is 249.5 passing yards. They're projecting him for the under with 239. Tua at 240 passing yard, 440 and a half passing yards.
Mm-hmm.
His projection is 250 yards, and Jalen Waddle with 44 and a half passing yards. He is projected for 51. I'm loving the Jalen Waddle over. Absolutely. Yeah. Especially with Tyreek Hill being kind of gimpy and stuff.
Yeah, dude.
I love that one. I kind of love this over 240 and a half passing yards for Tua. So give me both of those.
All right. I'm down with Waddell on this one. I don't think Jordan Love's going to be under. I don't think he's going to be under 239. Even though Josh Jacobs has been having a hell of a year, by the way.
Absolutely. And that's what kind of gives me pause about that. The passing game. I'm not saying anything's wrong with Jordan Love at all. It's just that they may get their production from the running game, and they're perfectly fine with that. And I've seen Jordan Love kind of be down the entire game and then come on late, and that's when he puts up his yards.
Yeah.
And I don't like watching those kind of games if that's my quarterback in my lineup.
Yeah.
That's the old Gardner Minshew games back in the day.
Have you seen that when they're talking about the running backs that have moved away, the Derrick Henry, Barkley, Josh Jacobs, veteran running backs moved away to other teams and how they've been successful this year? There's a fourth one that's out there too. That there's a
yeah, it's gotta be Dobbins, right?
No. I forgot who the fourth one was, but Mixon.
Oh, Mixon. You're right. You're right. Like the number one back right now.
Yeah. Duh.
Yeah.
So
that makes sense. Yeah, I definitely didn't see Mixon popping like he did this year, bro. Like I didn't call that at all.
Pretty much anybody that's going out to Houston is going to be dead to me.
Yeah.
It seems, but
nope. All right, man. Let's pick this game, Tim. Miami going to Green Bay. Green Bay is a 3-point favorite. Who you got?
Dude, I got Green Bay, man.
Green Bay.
We're 3-point favorite
3
at home, and Miami doesn't like the cold, man. Dolphins don't like the cold. That's why there's penguins. Okay. All right.
Well, I mean, Waddle will does the penguin little waddle because he's a penguin, but
Yeah.
Let me see if I can figure out a weather forecast here because that's a good point. The weather, and this is the time to start looking at weather. Time of year. Matter of fact, the Buffalo game might be another snow game, Tim.
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
You remember that crap digging out the freaking snow
last year?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was coming down last year.
Yeah, they might do that crap again, bro.
Yeah.
Sometimes
in Buffalo, they're shoveling snow for days getting ready for the game.
Yeah.
Because it's just coming down.
I told Craig it'd be a bunch of Craigs running around there shoveling snow, drinking beer.
With his damn shirt
down.
Yeah. Doing whatever. I know we don't have to worry about it too much down here in the South, but they do have to think about where do you put the snow until it gets warm enough to make everything melt?
Mhm.
Like when you take that much snow out of a place, you got to put it somewhere else. So there are times whenever half the parking lot that they have now plowed is just snow, up to your head, just dumps of snow on top.
Okay, the forecast is 26 degrees, partly cloudy.
Yeah, 26 degrees.
That's
26.
cold.
26.
That's cold, Tim.
26. I'm going to say it again. 26. All right. What's the wind? What's the wind chill? Get that wind chill in there.
Yeah, I don't know.
I know. Look, dude, it's crazy. It's crazy up there in Green Bay.
Yeah, so now I'm kind of wavering my decision here, Tim. I was definitely on board with the Dolphins here.
Weren't you? Oh, you were.
I was.
It did. Oh, okay. All right. Oh,
I think I'm switching my pick, Tim. Give me Green Bay too.
It's 72 in Miami. It's going to be 27 in Green Bay. All right.
26 degrees. I'm with you, Tim.
All right.
We're both on Miami, so let's drink up.
We're both on Green Bay. You said
me Green Bay. I'm sorry. Both on Green Bay. Yes. 26 degrees. I'm with you, Tim.
That's cold. So.
All right. Yes. You definitely gotta look at this weather forecast too, y'all.
You thought I was just making a Green Bay pick to make a Green Bay pick. I like this.
Yeah. All right. Philadelphia Eagles going to Baltimore. Baltimore is a 3-point favorite. Mm-hmm. The total for this game is 51 points. This should be a pretty good matchup here.
Did you watch the Harbaugh Bowl?
I did. Disappointing to see Dobbins get hurt. He was having a great year. That's what I was really disappointed with. Mm-hmm. All right, the best props for the game: Saquon Barkley, 92.5 rushing yards. He's projected for 81. AJ Brown, 91.5 receiving yards. He's projected for 81. Mm-hmm. And Derrick Henry, 79.5 rushing yards. He is projected for 88. I respect both of the run defenses here.
Yeah.
For both teams.
Yeah.
So I do not want to play any of these rushing props
at all. But under, if you respect the defense, you might do the Barkley under.
I hate betting unders. I hate betting unders as the general rule.
Okay.
So rather than bet the under, I'll stay away from it.
Yeah. So you're off all these.
I am off of all of those. Yes.
Wow. Okay.
I don't see anything I like there, Tim.
None of it. So it might be kind of cold at that game. Look at the weather real quick for us. Right, we're in Baltimore, man. Maryland. It's cold.
Yeah, it's gonna be cold weather, but it's
30.
2 cold weather teams.
30. Yeah.
Yeah, 36 degrees and sunny, so it's not that bad. That'll be good for them.
Yeah.
Trust me, when you're up there in the north, 36 degrees feels like summer.
Well, this is Derrick Henry to the wrong place. Yeah, because he's been down south forever. And
I think he is a cold weather back just because he's that big and bruising. Now, I know he played down south for most of his career.
Yeah.
But when you that big and bruising, nobody don't want to tackle you in that cold. You're a cold weather back.
Now you're a cold weather back. Yeah.
Yes. You're a cold weather back, bro.
He lives in Dallas during the off season. That's where his main home is.
Okay. That makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah.
No one wants to live in all this damn cold, You got the choice.
I'm gonna if I'm forced to take one of these picks, I'm gonna take Henry for the over right there, 80 yards. Okay. It's a lot of yardage, but it's gonna be coldish, and I'm assuming that the over right there is gonna be it. So,
well, both teams definitely want to run the ball. You know that. Mm-hmm. It's just the defensive lines of both teams are like monsters, and I don't want to play against them.
And the way Barkley's been playing. The way Barkley's been playing, I don't want to play anything against him.
Yeah.
So
All right. Quick question here. Start two.
Yeah.
DeAndre Hopkins, Jalen Reed, MHJ. Who the hell is MHJ?
Marvin Harrison Jr.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Dale.
All right. Pacheco or DeAndre Swift. You can walk out Pacheco. I have to see it first for Pacheco.
Yeah, you got a good point on that one.
I'm probably starting.
I got Reed and
Swift.
Yeah, I got Reed and Harrison at about 13.5 points. Swift with 12.2 and Hopkins at 12. So you got about 1.5 difference. But you just like Chicago, bro. You naturally gravitate towards Chicago.
Listen, bro.
Is that true?
That damn DeAndre Swift will pop a freaking big touchdown, 70-something yards, and you're gonna be looking sick with him on your bench.
It's at Detroit, so
okay.
We'll see.
So you said Reed and
Harrison.
MHJ?
Yeah.
MHJ. That ain't catching on, bro.
It ain't catching on. He's got such a good name. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's Marvin Harrison Jr. Yeah. You know, like, that's a good name. Good name to be having, you know. And then you need to get Dale to do the Westbrook Ikini or whatever his name is. You know, NWI and MVS. Marquez Valdez family.
Yeah, exactly. Those like roll off the tongue very well, you know. Yeah. MHJ.
You look like a little kid that just ate some pickles.
Yeah.
Dill pickle. Dang.
He a Denver Nuggets fan, so he got used to MPJ. I mean, MPJ is not bad. That kind of rolls off the tongue. MPJ.
Yeah, that's because you like to be in your pajamas. Dale, I was going to mention something about your gray sweatshirt. You got the gray sweatpants to go with it, Dale?
I do.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Gray.
What?
Different gray.
Different gray.
Yeah. Different gray. They have grades that match. You know,
hey,
can't be doing that to them.
Look, some ladies out there listening right now. Dale's got gray sweatpants.
All right, man. Let's pick this game. Philly going to Baltimore. Baltimore is a 3-point favorite. I think I'm gonna go ahead and take Philly in this game.
Yeah, I'm taking Philly too, man. They've just been looking really good, man. Barkley's been looking great, dude.
Yes.
You know, it's there was also a thing about this. They're talking about this game here, but there's only been one other time that there's been a scenario where, what was it? A quarterback ran for 450 yards and had a 1,000-yard rusher on the same team. And both these teams, Baltimore and Philly, Lamar Jackson and Jalen Hurts got 450 yards rushing, and then their running back has over 1,000 yards rushing right now too. So we're seeing like a piece of history is what they're trying to say with the rushing game of these two teams. And the last one was LaShawn McCoy and Michael Vick at Philly. Okay. So that was this is only the third time in history that you see so many rush yards of these teams. So it's working.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. So we're both picking Philly then? Minus plus a 3?
Plus 3. They're covering.
All right. Let's go. Everybody drink up. Yes, indeed.
And that's another piece, man, right? What if you're what if you're the Harbaugh brothers, it's like your brother's been kicking your butt every time y'all meet in the NFL. Right? Yeah, that's an interesting Thanksgiving.
Yeah. There it is. There it is. All right, the big game of the week. Los Angeles Rams going to New Orleans to face the New Orleans Saints. The Rams are a 2.5-point road favorite, and the total for this game is 49 points. Let's look at some props. Derek Carr, 214.5 passing yards. He is projected for 249. Matthew Stafford, 259.5 passing yards. He is projected for 255. And Cooper Kupp, 68.5 receiving yards. And he is projected for 64. I like the Derek Carr over.
Yeah.
Hitting MVS, definitely getting over 214, 215 or whatever. He'll be nice in this game. And that's right around the number I'm most comfortable playing. Derek Carr is right over 200 points, 200 yards.
Yeah.
So something under 220 is great for me. Give me that.
You're taking. All right. Well, the Stafford, the projection there, 255 under. That's way too close for me, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like 4 yards. That's a stretch for me. But I'm on the Derek Carr. I'm on the Derek Carr bet here, 249. 250 is where I think y'all be passing at. So.
Yeah. I do think the Rams are going to eat in the passing game. Mm-hmm. The Saints are trying to figure out the cornerback situation. So we traded Marshawn Lattimore. Paulson Adebo broke his leg. He's out for the year. So now we have two young guys.
Yeah.
Kool-Aid McKinstry, who's a rookie, and we have Alontae Taylor, who's in its second, third year, something like that. Yeah. Still young guy. And the fact that Puka Nacua and Cooper Kupp are like amazing wide receivers. They know how to get open. The route running is ridiculous. They're going to eat with the Saints dealing with this. So it's going to be a tough game, but the Saints need this game to have a chance at the division. Where we need some help, of course. But I think the Saints are motivated to win. We're on a 2-game winning streak. We got our new coach, interim coach Rizzi, still in control. The changes he made have been significant, I believe, and the Saints take home the victory over the Rams. So give me the Saints plus the 2.5.
All right. I'm right there with you, too. We got a whole hat trick this week.
There we go.
Boom, baby. Yeah,
there we go. So we're both on the Saints plus the 2.5. Everybody go out there, put your money down, and drink up.
The Rams have lost a lot of close games this year. So their streak's going to probably continue.
There we go.
Let's see.
There we go. I like it, man. I like it. So, all right. That's going to wrap up the show for this week. Hopefully we did help you guys with some of the questions that we answered and everything like that. Be sure to go over and check out Top of the Bleachers with our guy Jason and Tucker over there talking all kind of sports. Pretty sure they'll be talking about some NFL and college football today. So give those guys a shout. Tell them we sent you. How about that?
Yeah.
All right. And Tim, got one last thing to say to you, bro.
I hate you guys so very, very much.
That's right. And
remember to follow us on social media at BSnBEER Media. Also, smash the like button on YouTube and share with friends.